Hi everyone, welcome back to Tune in English. I'm Adam.
And I'm Anna. Today we're talking about something small that makes a very big difference in your English speaking: how to connect sentences so your English sounds smooth, natural, and confident.
Let me ask you something, Anna. Have you ever heard a learner speak like this? I go to work, I eat lunch, I go home, I sleep.
Yes, it sounds very clear, but also a little robotic.
Exactly. And the funny thing is, those sentences are not wrong. The grammar is fine, the meaning is clear, but something feels missing.
Right. The ideas are there, but they are not connected. It's like having pieces of a bridge without the middle part. You can see both sides, but you can't walk across.
That's a great image. Many beginners think they need complicated grammar to sound natural, but actually, the secret is much simpler.
Yes, the secret is small connector words, tiny words that join ideas together and make your speech flow like real conversation.
And today, we're going to build those bridges together, step by step, using easy examples you can start using immediately.
Let's begin with something very simple. Imagine two sentences. I like coffee. I don't like tea.
Perfectly fine sentences.
But when we speak like that, it sounds a bit choppy. Now listen to this. I like coffee, but I don't like tea.
One small word, but, and suddenly the sentence feels smoother and more natural.
That word but is called a connector because it connects two ideas, especially when the ideas are different or opposite.
And here's something important for learners. When you start connecting sentences, your English doesn't just sound better, your confidence also grows.
That's true. When I was learning another language, I could speak using short sentences, but I didn't feel confident. When I learned to connect ideas, my speech began to feel more like real communication.
Because conversation is not just about words, it's about flow. When ideas connect, listeners can follow your thoughts more easily.
Let's try another example from daily life. Listen to these two sentences. I was tired. I went to work.
Now we connect them. I was tired, but I went to work.
Suddenly, we can feel the emotion. We understand that going to work required effort.
That's the power of connectors. They don't just join sentences, they show relationships between ideas, contrast, reason, results, or time.
Let's introduce another very common connector, and.
Probably the easiest connector in English.
Yes. For example, I woke up and I felt happy. I went outside and I saw the sun.
Very simple, but very natural. Beginners sometimes worry, is this too easy? But simple English is often the most effective English.
Exactly. Communication is more important than complicated grammar. If people understand you easily, you are already succeeding.
Let's make a quick before and after example. First, the robot version. I wake up, I eat breakfast, I go to work, I come home, I sleep.
Now listen to the connected version. I wake up, then I eat breakfast, and I go to work. After that, I drink coffee, and finally I sleep.
Same actions, but now it sounds like a story instead of a list.
And stories are how humans naturally speak. We don't speak in isolated sentences, we connect events, thoughts, and feelings.
Many learners tell me, I know a lot of vocabulary, but I don't know how to talk smoothly. Usually the problem is not vocabulary, it's connection.
That's such an important point. Words are like bricks, but connectors are the glue. Without glue, the wall is unstable. With glue, everything holds together.
Let's add another useful connector, because. This word explains a reason.
Example, I stayed home because I was tired.
Now the listener understands not only what happened, but also why it happened.
And when you explain your reasons, people feel closer to you because your speech sounds more personal and natural.
Here's something interesting. Many beginners think their English sounds boring, but often it's not boring, it's just too short. When you connect ideas, your speech automatically becomes richer and more expressive.
Exactly. Even adding one connector can change the feeling of a sentence completely.
In the next part, we'll explore more connectors you can use every day, including words that show results, time, and contrast, and we'll practice turning simple sentences into natural conversation.
Let's continue by talking about another very useful connector. So, this word helps us show a result, what happened because of something else.
Right. For example, I was very hungry, so I made some food.
Simple, clear, and very natural. Notice that we are still using easy grammar, but the meaning feels much more complete.
Here's another example from daily life. I woke up late, so I missed the bus.
When learners start using connectors like so, listeners can immediately understand the cause and effect relationship between ideas.
And something interesting happens at the same time. Your speaking rhythm becomes smoother. Instead of stopping after every short sentence, your thoughts begin to flow.
That flow is important because conversation is not just a list of separate sentences, it's a chain of ideas, and connectors are the links in that chain.
Now let's talk about balance. Many beginners first speak in very short sentences, and then, after learning connectors, they sometimes connect everything with and.
Yes, we often hear something like, I woke up and I ate breakfast and I drank coffee and I went to work and I was tired.
That sentence works, but it feels a little heavy, so we want variety, not only one connector.
Exactly. We want to mix connectors. I woke up, then I ate breakfast. After that, I drank coffee and I went to work.
Now the sentence breathes. It sounds more natural because different connectors show different relationships between actions.
Let's introduce connectors that show time, such as when, before, and after. These are extremely useful in storytelling.
For example, when I arrived home, I felt relaxed.
That one word, when, clearly tells us the moment something happened.
Another example, I checked my email after I finished dinner.
Or, I prepared my bag before I went to sleep.
Notice how these connectors help listeners follow the sequence of events easily.
Many learners think fluent speakers talk fast, but that's not really true. Fluent speakers talk clearly, and connectors help create that clarity.
Yes, when you connect ideas logically, people don't need to guess your meaning. They can relax and simply listen.
Let's look at an emotional example, because connectors also help express feelings. Listen to these two sentences. I wanted to speak. I was nervous.
Now connect them. I wanted to speak, but I was nervous.
Immediately, we understand the emotional conflict. Real life often contains mixed feelings, and connectors help us express those feelings naturally.
Another example, I studied hard because I wanted to pass the exam.
Now the listener understands your motivation, not just your action.
That's why connectors are powerful. They turn simple statements into meaningful communication.
Here's a question we often hear from learners. How many connectors should I use in one sentence?
Good question. The answer is simple. Use enough to express your idea clearly, but not so many that the sentence becomes confusing.
Exactly. Comfortable English is better than complicated English. If your sentence feels too long, you can always pause and start a new one.
Speaking of pauses, many learners think pausing is a mistake, but actually pauses make your speech sound more natural.
Yes, native speakers pause all the time to breathe, to think, and to emphasize meaning.
For example, I decided to stay home because I needed some rest.
That small pause gives the sentence more feeling and helps listeners understand the important part.
Another helpful connector is then, which shows the next step in a sequence. I finished my work, then I watched a movie.
You can combine connectors too. I finished my work, then I watched a movie because I wanted to relax.
Now we have time and reason in one connected idea.
As learners begin practicing these connectors, something very encouraging happens. They stop worrying about speaking perfectly and start focusing on sharing their thoughts.
And when your focus changes from perfection to communication, your confidence grows naturally.
In the next part, we'll build a short everyday story together using several connectors, so you can hear how simple words create smooth, natural conversation that sounds much more fluent.
Let's put everything together by building a short everyday story using connectors. Listen to this simple situation. I woke up late. My alarm didn't ring. I rushed to work. I was still late.
Now let's connect the ideas. I woke up late because my alarm didn't ring, so I rushed to work, but I was still late.
Same story, but now the meaning flows smoothly, and the listener can clearly follow the sequence and the emotions.
That's the goal of connected speech, not complicated sentences, but clear relationships between ideas.
Let's try another everyday example. First, the short version. I wanted to exercise. It was raining. I stayed home.
Now the connected version. I wanted to exercise, but it was raining, so I stayed home.
Notice how we used but to show contrast and so to show the result.
Once learners understand these relationships, contrast, reason, result, and time, they can express much more with the same vocabulary.
And that's exciting because it means you don't need thousands of new words to sound more fluent. You just need to connect the words you already know.
Let's talk about another useful connector. When. It helps you describe experiences naturally. When I started learning English, I felt nervous.
You can extend that. When I started learning English, I felt nervous, but I kept practicing because I wanted to improve.
That sentence tells a small personal story. Feelings, challenges, and motivation, all connected with simple words.
Many learners tell us, I know the grammar, but I can't speak smoothly. Often, the missing step is practicing how to link ideas together while speaking.
Exactly. And here's a helpful tip. Start small. Take 2 short sentences and connect them using one simple connector. That's enough to begin.
For example, I like English. I practice every day. Now connect them. I like English, so I practice every day.
After some practice, this becomes automatic. You don't need to think about rules, you simply connect ideas naturally.
Another important point, connected sentences help listeners stay interested because your speech sounds more like storytelling and less like a list of facts.
Yes, and storytelling is how humans naturally communicate. Even simple daily conversations are small stories about what happened, why it happened, and what happened next.
Let's build one more short story together. After I finished work, I met my friend and we had dinner because we wanted to celebrate. Then we went for a walk and we talked for hours.
That sounds relaxed and natural, even though every word is simple.
Exactly. Fluency doesn't always mean difficult vocabulary. Very often, fluency means smooth connections between simple ideas.
Learners sometimes worry that their English is broken because they speak in short sentences, but short sentences are just the beginning. When you start adding connectors, those sentences naturally grow.
And as your sentences grow, your confidence grows too, because you feel that your ideas are complete and easy for others to understand.
Let's remember something important. English is not about collecting perfect sentences. It's about sharing thoughts, feelings, and experiences with other people.
Connectors help you do exactly that. They help your listeners see how your ideas relate to each other, and that makes communication easier for everyone.
So here's a small challenge for you listeners. Today, try to speak using one connector more than usual. Maybe and, but, so, or because.
Even adding just one connector to each conversation can make a big difference in how natural your English sounds.
And remember, progress happens step by step. One connected sentence today becomes many connected conversations tomorrow.
That's right. Keep practicing calmly, keep connecting your ideas, and your English will begin to flow more naturally than you expect.
Thanks for spending time with us today on Tune in English.
If this episode helped you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write one connected sentence in the comments so you can practice right away.
Keep learning, keep speaking, and keep connecting your ideas.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.